barriers, both at the level of firm and in the ecosystem around it systematically. So we went out into the world to try and look at different case studies and what this looked like in practice. Where had solutions scaled? Where had they not scaled? What were the barriers that they faced? And how were they resolved? We spoke to like over 200 experts, looked at up to almost 150 cases, and really in the report you find that we went in quite deep detail with about 7 case studies, and I'd really encourage you all to go to the website and download the report and read these case studies, because it's really through these case studies that the practice of facilitation comes alive, because it's very complex and intensive and adaptive. But there are 3 that I'd like to, highlight. These are the 3 that really interesting cases that sort of rose to the top of the file. One, of course, the first one would be very familiar. It's about microfinance in India, which has, scaled hugely and started in the early 90s, and by 2007 has achieved massive scale. And of course, microfinance in India has had its issues in the last few years that, again, everyone will be familiar with. But again, this was an example of a market-based solution that had achieved scale and had actually not achieved and this hadn't happened just by firms, implementing the Grameen model, but because of active facilitation by a number of players. Similarly, another favorite of ours is smallholder tea in Kenya, where over 500,000 farmers are part of this tea company, and it's actually and today Kenya is actually the 2nd largest exporter of black tea in the world. And the farmers actually own the company, and it not only has provided them with a livelihood, but Kenyan farmers, smallholder farmers, actually earn 2 to 3 times as much as their counterparts in like neighboring